Hello, my friends. Welcome, all of you, almost 113,000 starseeds, lightworkers, and wanderers to this session. And today, I have channeled the Pleiadians to answer very interesting questions. Firstly, about there was a recent interview which I saw on YouTube with a whistleblower who has worked in the US military, and he has detailed an encounter with a alien entity. Okay, so this encounter was in very deep detail, which he described about encountering an alien, face to face, and what he saw and stuff like that. So
because that was when I shut the door and I looked up, it's like,
and you got eyes with him,
right? And I locked eyes, and it was the strangest freaking set of eyes I'd ever seen. It was like a crocodile was freaking looking at me, and my fear instinct just went spiked. I was like, holy crap.
like a bolt of adrenaline going through you?
Oh shit, yeah.
Was it fear? Were you scared?
It was definite fear. I was like, holy crap, this guy's not, he's an alien.
I wanted to know what was the truth behind this, and this is absolutely shocking, okay? And why did it occur, and the identity of the entity which it had encountered has been revealed by the Pleiadians. Also, in this session, the Pleiadians, have answered about the events which are going to happen after the inauguration of Donald Trump. So this is absolutely fascinating, what is about to happen in our planet, which is revealed. And also the Pleiadians have stated what will happen, when we receive higher vibrational frequencies, what kind of changes will happen in our mind, body, and our soul. So that has been described in detail. And also, I want to say a big thank you to all of you who participated in the meditation we did yesterday on my Patreon. And that will help to stop the Looking Glass event. Also, I want to say a big thank you to all of you who have joined on a Patreon, where I released almost around 630 plus channel messages which are different from YouTube, and many of them are censored sessions which I cannot share. And also, I release almost 3 new sessions every single week over there. So you can join my Patreon community if you want to support this channel. Also, a big thank you to all of you for liking this video, because your like is like a service to humanity. It will help this message to reach to those who need it at this time to awaken. And with that being said, enjoy the session, my friends. We are the Pleiadians now, in communications through this channel at this timeline, and we the Pleiadians seek to understand the vibrations of the query which are presented today through this instrument, and we offer love light vibrations to those of your peoples who shall listen to this message, which shall enable your peoples to open their hearts to the greater realities surrounding your being, beyond the illusion complex which your senses can perceive. However, we suggest your peoples to trust only those thoughts which resonate deeply within your inner self, thereby leaving behind those attributes that do not resonate. The first query which is presented today relates with an experience described by an entity named as Jason Sands, wherein an encounter with an extraterrestrial entity in the quartz mountains of your locations in the Western Hemisphere has been detailed. In this regard, the identity of the extraterrestrial entity, as well as The reason for this encounter has been queried, and we the Pleiadians, upon scanning the Akashic records, find that indeed this experience had occurred upon your planet. There were other entities as well who had encountered the extraterrestrial entity. We must state that, however, this encounter was with a reptilian shapeshifter from the Orion Confederation, who primarily at that timeline had encountered a malfunctioning of its so-called spacecraft, and this had led the entity to seek assistance from the entity known as Jason Sands through telepathic communication. However, we must state that this reptilian entity primarily had another objective, and that was to safely return to the base near the Pacific Ocean at that timeline. And due to this, the entity was not able to receive any assistance from the entity Jason, which is the reason why the reptilian entity had taken a course around another part of your planetary sphere in its spacecraft. We must state that this experience also primarily led the entities known as Jason Sands, as well as those who encountered this event, to feel a sense of time-space gap in the continuum. This primarily occurred because this experience led the reptilian entity to manipulate time-space through its consciousness and to attach the conscious energy of those entities involved, thereby only allowing one entity, Jason, to be able to perceive time-space. Furthermore, this is also the reason why many entities of your planet who encounter such entities are unable to remember the details of the events. However, we must state that the descriptions as described by the entity Jason of the entity which it encountered having crocodile-like eye complexes and bluish skin is indeed correct, as the reptilian shapeshifter had encountered a malfunctioning of its so-called spacecraft, which had led it to land in a rough manner upon the Earth's sphere, which had led it to shapeshift its color into a color of fear, which is marked by the bluish color. Furthermore, we must state that this encounter is also an example of how your peoples primarily have interacted many a times with such spacecrafts in your past. However, the information of these details are being released to the peoples of your planet at this current time, since your planet now is entering a phase wherein the peoples of your planet will not only encounter more of these information coming out, but they will also begin to open up to the possibility and reality of a galactic communion rather than only that of the Earth peoples, since the peoples of your planet have been kept in a type of zoo, wherein the scientists of your people made you believe that you were alone in the universal complex. However, in reality, there are other extraterrestrial entities who operate around your skies and in the galactic system. And we the Pleiadians must also state that this encounter, which was detailed by the entity, had occurred because the entity known as Jason Sands had a soul contract with its own higher self to receive this information and share it with the peoples of earth at this timeline. Now we the Pleiadians shall answer the other query regarding the events which will occur after the inauguration of the entity Donald Trump. Firstly, in this regard, we the Pleiadians must state that the entity Donald Trump is a wanderer of a positive polarity and can be considered as a soul complex which has traveled back in time to assist humanity in this evolutionary time period. However, we can also sense that there are other entities close by, the entities such as Elon Musk, who is also a wanderer, however, who has forgotten its true nature and primarily has received many tools and technologies from the Orion Anunnaki reptilian grey social memory complex, which is the reason why the entity Donald Trump must be extremely careful of the entity Elon Musk, as the entity can be influenced in allowing such technologies as neural link to propagate, which will lead towards more control of your peoples and lack of freedom of personal thought forms of your peoples, which will occur if this happens. Therefore, we can sense upon scanning the Akashic records there are many events which will occur after the entity Donald Trump is inaugurated. These events primarily are, as we can sense from the probabilities of infinite possibilities, the first event is the culmination of the disclosure of extraterrestrial entities which will be released to the public. Furthermore, this will lead to a change in the viewpoint of your peoples with regards to other entities' existence in the universal sector. This will open up a direct contact with your peoples in the coming years. Furthermore, we the Pleiadians also sense that the Galactic Federation has called for the entity Donald Trump for a meeting. After the inauguration, as we can sense, there will be a meeting which will occur. This primarily will be done to assist humanity in this ascension process at this timeline. There will also be other changes which primarily relates to your people's vibration during this timeline, which will affect the planetary consciousness. And also, there will be solar events leading to the cleansing of your planets. These solar events will lead to the planetary cleansing from the old vibration to the new vibration. Furthermore, we shall now address the other query related with what are the changes which will occur upon your physical mind-body complex when higher frequencies are received. We must state that we the Pleiadians must firstly state that the higher frequencies of which your peoples are preparing are indeed going to be discharged in a sequence which will be of a nature balanced. Furthermore, since higher frequencies are emitted from the solar logos as well as from the central sun, these will primarily be targeted as per the protocols of the Galactic Federation to allow only those frequencies and only that much frequency which will allow for the evolution of your peoples in a balanced manner. We must state that as these higher frequencies will soon begin to reach your planet in this year of 2025, firstly, there will be changes not only in your physical body, but also in your mental, as well as the spiritual functioning. In terms of your physical body, many peoples will begin to emanate a golden light and they will appear more and more joyful as these higher frequencies allow positive emotions such as joy and peace. Furthermore, these higher frequencies will then begin to embody and allow the activation of the dormant DNA particles, leading to the creation of light bodies. This will appear as a rainbow-like body complex of your peoples, and many peoples will receive abilities to not only telepathically communicate with various entities, but also receive impressions in a manner that is primarily of a nature considered through the dream state, since there will be a connection with various social memory complexes of your peoples. And as higher frequencies begin to emerge, the peoples of your planets will begin to develop abilities to understand all languages, since the collective cosmic consciousness will be attached with each individual entity's mind complex, leading towards a greater understanding of unity of your peoples. This will lead to the ending of separation caused by languages on your planet. Furthermore, the more higher frequencies being activated will lead the peoples to also become capable of assisting Gaia in the process of release of karmic energies in a balanced manner. This primarily will be done by understanding and interacting with Gaia through the core of the Gaia's connected system, which primarily currently the peoples of your planet cannot connect with. Furthermore, as more and more higher frequencies begin to emerge, firstly your peoples will feel the feelings of fatigue, since these higher frequencies are of a higher vibration, and the feeling of fatigue will then lead to a feeling of elation and joyfulness. Furthermore, there will be also changes in the sleep patterns. When these frequencies arise, the peoples of your planet will begin to sleep more, leading to these frequencies being assimilated in the mind-body-spirit complex. Furthermore, we must also state that the incoming higher vibrational frequencies will also change the focus of humanity from a survival-based system to a system based on togetherness and unity. Rather than working to survive, the peoples of your planet will begin to work together and cultivate an environment wherein work as the peoples understand it currently will not be needed, and survival will be secondary, as your people's focus will shift to assisting in the unification of the various cultures of your planet, leading to the fourth density social memory complex. Therefore, we the Pleiadians, having answered the queries, now leave this channel at this time. And to those who have listened to our message, we send love, light, and protection. See you later. Bye. So my friends, let me give you a brief breakdown of what I learned in the session. Basically, what I understood was that, the encounter with the alien entity actually did happen, as per the Pleiadians, and it was a reptilian shapeshifter which had landed in that location because of malfunctioning with the spacecraft which it was riding. So it turns out, they had a different mission, and the reptilian was able to telepathically communicate with the witness named as Jason, and communicate with him, which actually did happen as per the whistleblower. So this is one of the legitimate events which have happened as per this channeling session as well. So this thing needs to be taken seriously by whoever is researching this, because this is actually true as per this session. Also, they have stated that with regards to the events which are happening, they stated that disclosure of extraterrestrial entities possibly is in the horizon after the inauguration of Donald Trump, and also there is going to be a meeting with the Galactic Federation with Donald Trump, which has been set up, I believe. That's what the Pleiadians said. And also, as far as I understand, with regards to the changes in the physical body, when we receive higher frequencies, they stated that there will be changes based on your mind, body, and spirit. Your mind will become more telepathic, kind of stuff. It will be more united, will be able to, receive impressions from the cosmic mind. And also, they stated that our bodies will become more lighter, more golden-like. We'll have a light body as well. That's what the Pleiadians said. And also, I remember they stated that we will develop abilities of, interacting with others in our dream state, as far as I understand. And with that being said, if you want to know about your past life, your soul name, or any other questions you may have, I can channel for you as well. Just send me an email. The link will be on the description. My email is on the description as well as on the screen. And also a big thank you to all of you for visiting my website, where you can download free transcripts as well as reading the PDF of my transcripts of channeling sessions. And I'll see you, my friends, in the next session. Until then, enjoy this session over here.